Hey, everybody. We're going to cover what three things you need to make your Shopify business a success to a high level, or whether you're growing it from a reasonably high level to a higher level. There's always these three things that you need in place that you need to know are working effectively. And it never really changes that much because without these, you are going to struggle to grow. You're going to struggle to scale. You'll find this valuable you're at an early stage or you're at a stage where you're thinking, I really need to push now and grow. If you don't know me, my name is Mark Ladson. I'm the founder of Predictable Commerce. We share our knowledge for free and we teach you everything we know about growing an e-commerce business. And we've got loads of people that have had great success with us implementing the systems that we are teaching you here. If you want help implementing the systems, then that is something we could talk over and I will give you a link to that near the end of the training. So we have our own formula really, and there's three pillars, three key parts of this triangle that you have to get right. We're going to weave a fourth in there, but the three things that you really need to focus on to be successful. All right. Now, the first thing is, and this is the one where if you get it wrong or you miss out, this is where it's going to cause you a whole heap of problems really. So the first stage here is attract. Okay. So how do you, let me try and write that again a bit clearer, but how do you attract people to your business, right? Because if you get this wrong and you try and, create another store with the same kind of approach as to what other people have done, you don't stand out in the market, you've got nothing unique, you've got no unique angle, it's going to really trip you up. So how do you attract people? Well, you need to establish PMF, product market fit. Are people buying your products? Are they in demand? Do people want them? And you need to really answer these questions, right? And when you are looking at your store, you have to be quite self-critical. It's important you look and you're quite critical. And you've got to think, why this? So why this product? Why you? Why buy it from you? And why now? Why? So why buy this product? Why buy it from you? And why take action and buy it now? What are you doing to encourage that process? Because if you're not, then people are just going to, if they don't know why this, then they'll be gone. If they don't know why you, they'll go buy it somewhere else. And if they don't know why now, they won't take any action. So these are the underlying aspects that carry through into the other stages that we're going to talk about, because each stage interlinks. Hopefully it makes sense so far. If you've got any questions, please let me know by typing below and I will happily chip in and answer those questions. So the first stage, have you done this bit? It's no good paying somebody $20 to build you a store with winning products with no sense of product market fit. You are the one that's got to build this brand out around the products, right? And around what transformation you're going to give people. It's got to be something unique about it. There's loads of training in this group about that. I'm not going to drive that point home too much. But needless to say, if you get this bit wrong, the rest of it doesn't matter. The second stage is engage. And this is where you've got to be able to turn people into customers, get some money from them. And you can do this in two ways. So one, you can do it organically. And two, you can do it in a paid format. There is never, ever, guys, a problem with getting traffic to your site. You can go and buy an absolute ton of traffic right now. It's easy to get traffic. You can buy it. The problem is making it profitable. So here, is it profitable if you are spending money advertising? If it's not, then that is going to see you lose this game quite quickly. Organically, there's only one way to do it really, and that is to see yourself as a media company. You need eyeballs for this to be successful as an eyeball. You need eyeballs on your site, on this bit. Go back to that bit. So remember, this doesn't matter if that's not right. You need eyeballs. Let's imagine you get them. You're a media company. You grow organically. You grow your Instagram. You maybe spend a little bit of money. Okay. You get sales off the back of that. Or you run ads. and you make sure that it's profitable on the front end. Because the final step of the puzzle is the bit that people often ignore, and that is retain. You need to be driving 30% of your sales plus from repeat buyers. All right, because this is where you will make far more profit. Because if they've bought from you once, had a positive experience, and they come back and buy from you again, that's when you're going to win big time. And that's what this game is all about. It's not about generating all of your profit here on this front end. This is what we call the front end, by the way. And this is what we call the back end, because on the front end, they're not a customer yet. On the back end, they are. So yes, you're hoping to generate profit here, but here is where you're going to generate even more profit. Because if you think about the cost of email marketing, for example, is so low. If you get somebody to buy from you here, it's cost you very, very little to acquire them or to reacquire them as a customer. So stitching it all together, simplify it down to this. Step one is be clear on how and why you attract people. Step two is be clear on how you engage them into becoming a customer in the first place. And then step three is make sure that you can retain them and drive some sort of repeat revenue. And there's always a way to do it. Even if you think there's not a way to do this within your business, that there undoubtedly will be. It's just a case of twisting and turning to achieve that. So attract, engage, retain. And the only other mechanics in that is you want to, between these bits here, raise the average order value. Because mathematically, when you're marketing and you've got an e-commerce brand, the only thing that matters over the long term is this. One, how much does it cost you to acquire a customer, to get them to buy from you in the first place? And then two, what's the lifetime value? What do they spend over a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year buying cycle? So you know that if it costs you $20 to get somebody to buy from you in the first instance, and over the next year they spend 100, then you've got a 5x return on this ad spend here. And that's what this game is all about, ultimately. Knowing that you've got all of these systems in place here to be able to put this into a clear plan. So I hope that was helpful. It's only been a short training today. It's good to see quite a few of you here. What I've done is put this into a cheat sheet. So this model, and you can type into this sheet your own points and notes for each of these stages, which allows you to model the process as you go through. So if you want that, type me. And equally, there's a couple of spots next week to speak with people about developing their own strategy. So when we do a call with people, we do initially like a 10 or 15 minute call. And then what we do is follow this model. We think, right, what have you got in place to be able to do these things and achieve these things? Because if you get these things working properly in your business, if you're able to be an attractive brand or business, if you're able to acquire customers, if you're able to keep them, if you get that in place, it's just a case of feeding more into it. But if you fail to get the baseline architecture correct, then you will struggle to make the rest of the system work. So it's no good getting somebody to just put a site together with products on it, which is one part of the triangle. It's not fully finished. There's no clear sense of why this, why you, why now. And then start amplifying that by driving traffic to it. Because when you run ads, when you do anything organically, all you're doing is amplifying what you've already got. And if what you've already got isn't a good foundation, that amplification process won't work effectively. So everything that we do and everything we teach you here in this community is about making sure you're focused on the big picture, making sure you're focused on the underlying psychological principles of why somebody buys from a brand specifically. So I'll leave you with this thought. Why this? Why you? Why now? They're the most important questions that you can answer. And they're not easy questions to answer. You have to really dig into this and you have to really develop those. And it's why we've been working on an AI tool that's going to help you do that. So I am beyond excited to be announcing what is coming with that very, very soon. You are going to be able to get an assistant to work out your marketing strategy, your brand strategy with you. And it's going to be absolutely groundbreaking. I'm excited. All right. So I'm going to pop a couple of links below. It's been great to have you here. Have a brilliant day and keep the community alive. Good to see so many people posting, etc. this week. Take care.